Learning how to trade SPY has personally changed my life, my family's life, and a lot of people's around me's life. And in this video, I'm going to teach you what I know to hopefully help you make some money trading it and learn more about trading in the stock market.
Now I rep the O, what you know about the west side? I just bought a whip, all in cash, live my best life. Bought a couple stocks, so I'm covered for the next 5. I don't like the top, but I know if you test me.
What's going on, money team? It's your boy Jdun, Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're going to start today's video on a little different note. I want to first take a look at the S&P 500 daily chart right here, and what do we see? A whole lot of red this past month, and I want to follow that up by saying I have had one of, if not going to be the best month of my life ever trading. Had my biggest day over, almost $70,000. Had a massive day today, almost $9,000, $8,800 to be exact. We're going to go over that in a second. And I've overall had a ton of success in this bear market. Now, why is that? It's because I've learned how to trade SPY. I've learned how to read the overall market. In this video, I'm going to teach you what I know to hopefully help you feel confident whether we go up, down, or stay sideways. So as always, my friends, put on those learning caps and get ready to make some money. And if you get some value from this video, if you enjoy transparent trading, and if you like making money, consider hitting the like and subscribe button in the bottom right corner, and let's get to work. So as you guys may know, if you've been following this channel for a while, I like to mix my real life trades with our education because I think it fits you guys best, helps you guys best to really learn from stuff that we did and I personally took as a trader. So we're going to first go over a trade we took today that was a 3650 bounce. Now this was a massive trade. Now look at this. We were going down all day. A 3650 bounce on SPX, excuse me, which correlates to SPY. So we were going down all day, right? We see here, going down all day, we've been going down, 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 down. Now, how did we know there was a good probability that we were going to bounce back up at this 3650 level? As you see, told the team, I was entering calls here. My boy in the Discord as well, Savage, said he was entering the same thing. How did we know there was a good probability we were going to see this move, bounce straight up, and have a massive move up? Well, we have to look at the overall daily chart and the weekly chart. You find your levels intraday trading SPY and QQQ by first knowing the sentiment in the daily chart and the weekly chart, and then diving into what's happening intraday. So let's first go look at the daily chart here on SPX. Let's go look at this. Let's actually make this the full screen to better ourselves here. Let's go to SPX, pull this up, and pull up our 1D chart, maybe our daily chart. So look at this. What is significant first about this 3650 area? Let's go over the basics. It's a whole cycle number. Step 1, okay? Whole cycle number right there. Step 2, what are we very close to? Let's go to 3650. Let's draw this trend line. What are we very close to right here around this 3650? This yearly low where we came down before and bounced back up for a big move back up. Right close to there, very close to that yearly low, about 12 points away, 14 points away. So that being said, around that area, there's a very high probability that after a big move down intraday, after a big move down the last few days, that our buyers are going to step in, see an opportunity to push it back up, even if the push is small. So that being said, you find those levels on the bigger charts, the daily chart, the weekly chart here. As you can see, we find that it was even kind of a support and resistance back here. We bounced a few times back here. Find that level in the weekly chart and the daily chart, and then once you have your levels mapped out, you have your sentiment mapped out, your trend mapped out in your bigger charts, then we go get to work on the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes. What do we do all day? Slow trickle down, slow trickle down, slow, slow, slow. But something interesting happens when we get in this 3650 area, even up to like 3660. We kind of start slowing that down. We start slowing it down, smaller candles down. We find that immediate support come down, and we see a massive move through. When you see that massive move through, you can have more conviction in your setup knowing you come down, you wick up a little bit, you close this candle, not closing below that wick, and then you see a monster, a rapid move up. Now again, not correlating to SPY. Let's go here, SPY. Let's go to that. You see the same exact things. You'll see these correlate exactly to a T together. We see that same massive candle up. And that's how you know you can hold that position, let it run for you, and let it do that work for you. Again, you've just hit a very, very nice trade based on the weekly timeframes, the daily timeframes, but you executed intraday. So that was a really, really textbook, just really nice overall trade. Now, my big trade of the day was actually at the open, and this was off puts. Again, I've just been crushing it on puts lately. I've just found this loving for puts. Now, that being said, of course, everyone says bull markets, everyone makes money. But How can you say that when someone, I'm just going to reference myself. Obviously, there's a ton of other amazing put traders out there. How are you going to say that when, people like myself are having the best month ever when it's been going down? I thought people only made money in a bear market. It's cap. It's because they're uneducated. They haven't put in the work. They're losing, so they want to, blast that negativity to others. I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You can win. We do it a lot here at Team Bull. We love to help you do it. So that being said, watching SPY this morning. Now, in the first few minutes, what do I always do for those that have been here for a while? I love watching that 1 minute chart, baby. So let's go over here to this 369.5. Now, I don't want to say this was a perfect signal, but it was pretty dang good. This was about as close as it gets. So I'm watching this live trading. I live trade every single day on Voice, give my exact trades most of the time when I can, and I saw a big opportunity forming. So as you can see from the open, we're very weak. We're coming down. We're making lower highs, lower lows. So we come down to this like 396 area right here, right? Come down, have a little move down. On this move back up, right? I'm watching this volume, I'm watching these candlesticks, and I'm looking for a further move down, but I want to catch it on a reject to the upside. So initially, I'm watching this. I start to add puts. Again, this is live on Voice, telling the team exactly what I'm doing. 396.2, I believe, was my first fill, right? And then I added more on this 396.6 area. I want to do 396.7. That's what Brandon was watching, but I ended up getting filled up here. Nonetheless, had a massive move down off that. That's where I got the majority of my $8,000 day-to-day off of. Otherwise, it was just a few scalps that led to the 8,800, almost 9,000. But that was my big trading, and what can you learn from that? What can you learn from that? Again, I was watching this right here. I was looking for a spot where we'd come up on lowering volume, as you see here. Volume price analysis kicked in right here. As you can see, big candle up right here, or small candle up, excuse me. Less volume, even bigger candle up with less volume here. That confirmed with the overall resistance or support trend resistance right here. Good spot to get in, rejected it down, and a lot of people made a lot of money, as you can see right here. Crushed on the SPY puts. If you guys made some money, if you guys heard that, run it up with a yes, a bang. Let's go. Looks like we're going to have to find another 100% banger, Brando Commando. That was a video of the squad absolutely eating after that live Voice call. So love to see that. Love to see people learning. And of course, that's always followed with education. So if you're wanting to trade SPY, I want you to start by doing this every single day, right? First and foremost, know where you are on the daily chart and the yearly chart for SPX. Do we have any big whole psych numbers coming? What's the trend the last few days? Do we have any trend lines in play? Let's go here. If you've been watching for a while, we had this trend line that was working out pretty. Why is my square tool on? Excuse that. Let's go over here. If you've been watching this, right, this was pretty much like, minus this big candle right here. We were basically to a T following that trend line right here, right? Going straight off it from that 4,300. Do we have any trend line stuff in play? Do we have any big supports or resistances in play? You have to know where your macro structure is. You have to know, hey, am I approaching an area of support? Am I approaching an area of demand? Have to know those things. So then intraday, we can execute. Okay, I see a level to go short intraday. Now, does my macro picture line up with that? Does my macro picture say, okay, we're overall weak? Okay, yes, good. That gives me more conviction in the trade. I can execute that with more confidence in myself. So that's a big thing right there. And again, is knowing how to choose your contracts. So let's go here to all products. Let's go here. So as you can see, let's go here. We have this list right here. Today is the 22nd, the 23rd or something? 23rd, I think. 23rd. So you have to know that if you're trading contracts, I typically only trade 0 DTEs if it's the first hour and a half of the day and we have volume. Otherwise, if you're trading 0 DTEs, if you're holding all day, theta is going to eat your contracts alive. That is time decay. So if it's the start of the day, if there's a very high volume spike, maybe even the end of the day, I guess, if there's a lot of volume, you can trade these if you're scalping. But otherwise, don't let these just sit there and eat you alive with theta. Now, like today, for example, I traded some 0 DTEs this morning, but in the afternoon, I was looking at these 26th. I was looking at these next weeks. Gives you a little less theta, gives you a little more time, so theta is not sitting there eating your contracts alive. So that's a nice tip and trick. If I'm ever trading these, I like to go a little out of the money. I don't like to go out. These contracts typically don't move much. Now, if you're swing trading, you can go a little farther out, but if I'm day trading, I like to go at the money or in the money. These few spots right here. My price targets around here for my scalps. And that's just how I trade. That's what's helped me a lot. Make sure, again, if you're going to trade options, you know what you're doing. It's very important. You don't want to get smoked. And I've seen a lot of people come in thinking they're a hot shot trying to trade options without knowing, the basics and get absolutely hosed. So got to know the risks with that. If I'm trading normal names, I'll typically go obviously weekly expirations, but SPY, you can go same day if you're trading with high volume. Otherwise, next day or 2 days out or 3 days out or 5 days out is fine too. So you just have to know what your plans are. It depends on what you're doing with your trade. Yeah, so that's that. Now going back to the charts, start with the daily and weekly. We look at those. Okay, plan your trade, trade your plan. We know what our macro structure is. We know where we are on the daily chart and the weekly chart. Next, we're looking at the 5-day, the 15-minute, the 1 minute. If you're, want really, really quick analysis, typically the 1 minute can come with some anxiety, but nonetheless, I use it sometimes just because I like it. My main babies for trading are the 5-minute and the 15-minute on SPY. So you can watch those, find your setups for that. Watch your candle closes, watch your trends, draw your trend lines, and then relate it to your macro picture for entries and confirmations. Your whole point as a trader trading SPY or QQQ is that you want to have as much confidence and conviction in your trade as possible. How do you get that confidence and conviction? You have multiple confirmations, and you've seen the same setup happen over and over. I personally watch SPY every day. I trade a few stocks. I trade like SPY. I've been trading AMD lately a little bit, watching it at least. Tesla, of course, had my biggest day on that. And overall, I stick to the same basket of stocks every day. That's why you don't see me trading these random, stocks. It's just not what I do. I have a big emphasis. If you're going to learn to trade SPY, just watch SPY or just watch SPX. Watch futures. Don't try to trade 1,800, 1,000 things at once. Otherwise, you're going to do them all wrong. Multitasking is the biggest lie that was ever told to society. Just find one stock or 3 stocks or 5 stocks. Stick with them. Apple, SPY, AMD, whatever it is. Stick with it. Also trading SPY, something you want to watch too. Watch names like Amazon, watch names like Apple, watch names like Microsoft. Watch those big companies because a lot of times those will be big movers for SPY. If a lot of companies are weak but Apple is super strong, that can kind of hold SPY up. Well, what happens if Apple starts taking a dump, people start selling? Well, then SPY is really going to dump. So you have to know those outside factors. You have to know what the other companies are kind of doing as well. You don't have to be watching them every second, but have an idea of what they're doing, how they're trading, and what's going on. So that being said, again, I teach every single day. Make sure if you haven't already, if you like free education, if you like valuable education, hit that subscribe button. Love seeing you guys when I trade live every single day in the Discord. Links below for that. Let's get rich together. Spend your weekend bettering yourself and getting better, focusing up. Go work out. Go get ripped. That's what we do here at Team Bull, health and wealth. And let's get ripped and rich together. See you guys next time. Have a blessed night. Peace.
Now I rep the O, what you know about the west side?